Welcome to the Righteous Fear. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Thank you. We just found that it was urgent and needed, that this story could not be just another day in our city. Four babies, and whomever is a parent, you had to see that picture of that young baby that lost his life to just reckless and careless and total disregard for those children. And I wanted, number one, to thank the first responders, the EMS workers who identified the symptoms that the children were going through. I want to thank the police department for their thorough investigation and immediately bringing this case to as much of a closure as possible. And I wanted to thank just our healthcare professionals. And we are going to just elevate to families on what we're dealing with. This is not, I mistakenly leave marijuana around the house or mistakenly leave cocaine around the house. This substance is so dangerous. Just a small amount. That little corner right there, the size of a penny, that little corner you see here is enough to kill an adult. That little corner. So if you're bringing fentanyl in your home, laying it on the countertop, laying it on a place where your child sleeps, laying it near a crib, having it on your clothing, that little piece, that little corner, about the less than the size of a fingernail, a tenth of the size of a fingernail, can kill an adult. So imagine what it could do to a child. You are irresponsible as an adult if you have this inside your home. This is not the drugs of yesteryear. This is so dangerous.
Guys, if you're currently struggling in your real estate business,
and his opponent, accompanied by Rob Man from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, GMG Big Money.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one.
These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
How much are they paying you to be stupid? You mean you're doing this shit for free? If the shoe fits, let them wear it.
Salute, salute, and come on in, guys. Come on in the class. How y'all feeling today, guys? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, guys. How y'all feeling, guys? Who we got in the house before we get started, man, with this hell of a story, guys. This is about 4 minutes away from me right here. This little daycare is about 4 minutes away from me, and everybody knew that the daycare was a cover-up. And it's sad, guys. It's sad. It's sad. Modern woman charged with murder and daycare death of 1-year-old, man. God damn, it's sad, y'all. We got King Gritto in the house. We got Sigma Rodan TBAS. That's Sigma Nation in the building. We got XL Pro, the architect. And we got our queen, Nisha Wisdom TV. So we're going to go on and get started for those of y'all that may not notice the local news out here in the Bronx. But let's get ready.
Police say a third person is wanted for questioning, who the New York Post identifies as the husband of the daycare owner.
We do have another person of interest that we'd like to speak to. That could expand more on what we're looking at.
The city's health commissioner also giving more details on the inspections that took place at the daycare center, including the surprise inspection that happened on September 6th, where no violations were found. He says inspectors...
Damn, that was just the other day. That was just the other day. See, niggas clean up. Niggas clean up nice when them people come. Niggas clean up real nice when them people come. Soon as them people go, it ain't get past the 6th. So from the 6th till now, you just got, oh man, B, you can't make this shit up, bro. We gonna talk about it, bro. Y'all know me, bro. I don't give a fuck. We don't cater to any groups, gangs, religions, cultures, races. Bad behavior is bad behavior. You know what I mean?
Look for things like proper ventilation and essential child care equipment, but looking for opioids is not on the list.
I'm very sorry, but one of the things my child care inspectors are not trained to do is look for fentanyl. But maybe we need to start.
And one of the questions that was asked to police yesterday was whether or not this daycare center was essentially used as a cover-up for a drug operation. That's something investigators will...
Duh! I'm 4 minutes away from here. So I know what the community say. I'm in the community. I know what time it is. You know what I mean? That's not black people business. So black people tend to mind our business. But I just told you, duh. Fuck wrong with y'all? See, if y'all wasn't so focused in on what black people do all day, y'all learn a thing or two. Y'all learn that these other colors and cultures and races, they doing just as bad. They doing bad. They doing bad. They doing worse, if you ask me. Cause we just bickering with each other and shit. You know what I mean? We just slapping our sister slapping us and shit. We ain't gonna kill nobody.
Essentially used as a cover-up for a drug operation. That's something investigators will be looking into. Another thing that police will also be combing through is surveillance video to determine when drugs were brought inside the daycare center. That's latest here from the Bronx. We'll set things back inside. Angel Sign.
Yeah, that's gonna be messed up right there because you gotta have cameras. She probably got cameras in the daycare center. I know you normally gotta have some cameras when you running these things. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We on this story today. This is crazy. You can't make this shit up.
Well, here in New York, 2 people face murder charges after 4 children at a licensed daycare were exposed to lethal doses of what is believed to be fentanyl, killing one of them. CBS's Astrid Martinez has details tonight from the precinct where the suspects were booked. Astrid?
Jerika, state officials recently conducted a surprise inspection of the daycare and found no violations. Now medical examiners working to determine the exact cause of death of the toddler. The parents of one-year-old Nicholas Dominici say they can't imagine life without their son, who died at a licensed home-based daycare just a week after they enrolled him. First responders found Nicolas and 2 other children unconscious at the Divino Niño.
Just 1 week. Just 1 week, bro. If you would have held on for just 1 more week with your kid. Yo, I fully bring back homeschooling, bro. Bring back school your own kid. You know what I mean? Let's cut these little child care provider checks that y'all got, that little scheme. How about y'all just take back that little scheme? Because tell you the truth, ain't nobody really watching nobody kid. So y'all got a lot of money getting thrown and wasted. Ain't nobody really watching anybody kid because these kids is in fucking school, dummy. You know what I mean? So you pay somebody all this money to sit there and lie. And then they sit there and fight each other when you send the check out because one person, they didn't have to watch the kid, but just because it's in their name, they feel they should get this. And then the other person who have the kids and who really be watching the kids because it's their kids feel, no, I brought you on to the scam, so I'm supposed to get this. So instead of doing that, right, how about you just let everybody raise their own kid and you send the money to the mothers that's homeschooling. You send that child care provider money to the mother. You see? It'd be so simple, but of course, America is not that simple, right? It couldn't be that easy in America. The people in the position of power, they don't think like that. They don't think enough, right? Because it's the people who select those people, to tell you the truth. Dummies put dummies in power, in position.
A daycare Friday. Police say Narcan was used to revive them in an apparent fentanyl exposure. A 4th child picked up earlier was rushed to the hospital by his mother after looking lethargic.
The NYPD executed a search warrant at this daycare center where we discovered a kilo press. This is an item that is commonly used by drug dealers when packaging large quantities of drugs.
Daycare owner Grei Mendez and building tenant Carlisto Brito each face nearly a dozen charges, including murder, assault, and child endangerment. They are expected to be arraigned in a Bronx criminal court late Sunday night. New York City's mayor visited the children and spoke on the nation's opioid crisis.
It is a real wake-up call for individuals who have opioids or fentanyl in their homes.
And 3 children remain hospitalized, 1 in critical condition. Derica?
Yeah, it truly is a wake-up call, as the mayor stated. Astra Martinez, thank you.
It's crazy, guys. I don't want y'all to overlook the fact that it's 4 kids on deck. 3 of them survived. 1 didn't. You know what I mean? Don't forget that fact. It's not like it's just 1. 4 kids was on deck. 3 of them survived. So God still worked his magic and was able to save 3 out of 4. You know what I mean? But sheesh, goddamn, yo, goddamn.
In New York City, a 1-year-old is dead and 3 other children sickened after suspected fentanyl poisoning at a daycare facility. One of the victims, a 2-year-old, is now fighting for his life. 2 people have been arrested on murder, manslaughter, and assault charges. Details now from ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Greg, were there opioids in your daycare center?
Tonight, a New York City daycare owner charged with murder after police say a 1-year-old boy apparently exposed to fentanyl died under her watch.
What do you want to say to the families?
Grei Mendez, who runs the Divino Niño daycare from her Bronx apartment, charged along with her tenant and cousin, Carlisto Acevedo Brito. The 2 expected to be arraigned late today in the death of 1-year-old Nicholas Feliz Dominici, whose distraught father says his son just started daycare last week.
I love him. I miss him. I want him back.
On Friday around noon, police say a 2-year-old boy in Mendez's care went home, where he started acting lethargic and unresponsive. His mother took him to the hospital, where he was revived with.
And I'm going to tell you something else. This little incident right here, this don't look good for you little immigrants climbing over the wall. This do not look good for y'all, yo. You know what I mean? This ain't looking good for y'all niggas. I'll tell you right now. You know what I mean? Damn, Trump. See, man, that's a whole nother video.
with the overdose reversal medication Narcan. 2 hours later, police rushed to the daycare after a 911 call.
Narcan was administered to all 3 of these children in an attempt to save their lives.
According to police, the licensed daycare only opened in January and on September 6th passed a surprise 3rd visit from city inspectors with no violations found. Law enforcement sources say investigators made a stunning discovery when they searched the home Friday. A kilo blanc of drugs that tests said contained fentanyl and 3 kilo presses.
This is an item that is commonly used by drug dealers when packaging large quantities of drugs.
In 2022, the DEA says it seized enough fentanyl nationwide to kill every American, and New York says it seized close to 2 million fentanyl-laced pills statewide.
This crisis is real, and it is a real wake-up call for individuals who have opioids or fentanyl in their homes.
And Lindsay, 2 children are still in the hospital tonight, one fighting for their life. Doctors are running tests to determine what opioids they were exposed to. And we're learning more about the suspects. They could face a federal drug case, and that's expected soon. Lindsay?
We are certainly wishing those children well. Morgan, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC.
God damn, man. Can't make this shit up. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't, guys. Yikes. All right. Got a couple more videos, guys, and then we're going to get the hell on out of here.
New York, the Powerball jackpot is over $600 million. Order official New York lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com, an official partner of the New York Yankees. Get a free ticket with your first order. Go to jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Meanwhile, 2 people have now been charged with the murder in the death of a 1-year-old boy at a Bronx daycare center.
Police say the child and 3 others were exposed to fentanyl. How did that happen? How did somebody from social services happen to be there about a week or 2 ago and not know what was going on there?
I fucking love Rosanna, yo. Rosanna don't play with y'all. She be asking the tough questions and all of that shit, you know what I mean? She got a little spunky self, and then she's still traditional because she always covered up, but she's sexy as a motherfucker. I like Rosanna. And we already know how I feel about Rachel Minnie and this one right here. That's my girl. I got a homegirl that look just like her. Crystal, salute to my homegirl, Crystal, B. Where she look just like Shorty with the yellow.
Lizette Nunez has the latest from the Kingsbridge section of the Bronx. What's going on this morning, Lizette?
Good morning, Rosanna and Bianca. Just a horrific incident all around us. You mentioned there was an inspection done just this month and no violations were found. Now, as far as the attorney for the daycare owner,
Cause them inspections don't be about nothing. Y'all don't come flipping. Y'all don't come doing nothing in them houses. Y'all just come, y'all sit down in the living room, y'all talk that shit, and then that's it. Y'all niggas go.
well, she is saying that she had no idea that there were drugs inside the daycare center.
36-year-old Grei Mendez, who operates Divino Niño, has now been charged with murder after tragedy struck inside her Bronx daycare center. Carlisto Acevedo Brito, her husband's cousin, also arraigned on similar charges, according to the Daily News. This comes after 4 children are suspected to have been exposed to fentanyl and overdosed. 1-year-old Nicholas Dominici did not survive. Mendez's attorney saying this Sunday night after court.
It's a tragedy for the children. It's a tragedy for her, because I don't believe she's involved with what happened. So it's really bad all around.
The daycare center is inside a Bronx apartment building. Investigators say Mendez was renting out a room to Brito. Detectives found 1 kilo of fentanyl and 3 kilo presses in what appeared to have been a drug den used to sell the deadly opioid. Mendez's attorney claims she had no idea.
She rented a room to somebody and she didn't know what was going on. She called the cops. Would you call the cops if you know that there's fentanyl in your apartment? Of course not.
Nigga, she had nothing else to do but call the cops because the baby was dying, nigga. Don't play. Don't go into court with that defense, boy. Don't go into court with that. They're going to tear y'all ass up, boy, with that shit. You go into court with that weak shit. Keep playing. She ain't know. Y'all think she ain't know, guys? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she ain't know. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that bitch knew exactly what the fuck was going on in her house. Because they be my until some dumb shit happen. Then it's somebody else's house. I guess it's somebody else's house. I guess it's the husband's house.
On Friday, little Nicholas.
Mind you, they ain't show the husband, they ain't catch the husband. Where the husband at? The husband back in the source. The husband is back in the source. He the motherfucker that send the shit over here to the cousin and the wife. Come on now. Stay alert. Stay emotionally intelligent. I know we like these Spanish women and these exotic women, you know what I mean? But they stupid and they hell of a too. Don't be bypassing these flags because they not black women now. Don't be bypassing those flags because these all some hellified bitches. Be this mentality is global. It's international, player.
You wasn't hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddammit talking about preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool.
And 3 other children.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker.
Building. Investigators say Mendez was renting out a room to Brito. Detectives found 1 kilo of fentanyl and 3 kilo presses in what appeared to have been a drug den used to sell the deadly opioid. Mendez's attorney claims she had no idea.
She rented a room to somebody and she didn't know what was going on. She called the cops. Would you call the cops if you know that there's fentanyl in your apartment? Of course not.
On Friday, little Nicholas and 3 other children showed symptoms of opioid exposure. First responders treated the children with Narcan and rushed them to the hospital. 1-year-old Nicholas was pronounced dead at the hospital. Sunday, a judge ordered Mendez to be held without bail. Her family appearing in court, hiding their faces from cameras after the arraignment. Community members in the Bronx.
Oh, don't hide your face. Don't hide your face now, bitch. You be all on the internet, TikToking and Instagramming and shit with all that drug money and shit. You be making the hardworking folks that be breaking their back feel bad. Like, why the fuck? How the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, nah, don't hide your face now. I gotta play that back just in case we know you. Y'all know these bitches?
Disbelief. First responders treated the children with Narcan and rushed them to the hospital. 1-year-old Nicholas was pronounced dead at the hospital. Sunday, a judge ordered Mendez to be held without bail. Her family appearing in court, hiding their faces from cameras after the arraignment. Community members in the Bronx in disbelief that a location trusted to care and protect children is now accused of putting innocent lives in harm's way.
It's really sad.
And the judge believed that Mendez is a flight risk given her ties to the Dominican.
Absolutely. You niggas is getting smart. Y'all catching on now. You niggas is catching on now. See? It ain't just the niggas that's creative, yo. Stop watching us so hard and watch everybody equally. Kick everybody ass like how we do here at the Righteous Fair. You hit that like button, y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Bro, yeah, stop watching everybody. This evil is in everybody. Stop playing. Y'all catching on now. She, hell yeah, she a flight risk. That bitch will run. Fuck run, they gonna fly.
Dominican Republic. That's why she was ordered to be held without bond. Now, one thing that we noticed here while we were out here, they have taken down the signage of the daycare center, and there's also a makeshift memorial with candles and toys left behind for the children. That's the latest here from the Bronx. We'll send things back inside.
Man. So I'm going to drop the link. Anybody want to add something to the story? Hella fire story. Come up, add something to the story, share your thoughts. You know what I mean? Damn, man. I don't even know what else to say, yo. What more can I say, yo? But things like this happen to bring you closer to God. You know what I mean? When you find yourself feeling sorry or feeling sad, just go to God, bro. Because he probably needs you to get into your lonely period. Remember what happened when you go into a lonely period. When you go into a lonely period, that's that relationship with oneself. That's that real self-care, self-love, guys. You know what I mean? People out here operating on foolishness and bad vibes. You know what I mean? Because they're not intaking enough good information. They're not taking in enough truth. You know what I mean? You got to invest in the truth. Guys, keep in mind that tonight we're going to be lit tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about this wage gap joint. You know, that's always a hot topic. We're going to have the ladies on the panel. I got the cuzzo pulling up. Nisha going to be on panel. So we're going to have a good old conversation because I got 15 reasons why women may feel like they earn less than men. But they do. Women make less than men. They earn less than men. And it's choices. It's choices and priorities. Men and women are not equal. So we have different priorities in life. But we're going to get into that. We're going to have that tonight. It's going to be lit. It's going to be live. It's going to be exclusive, guys. You know what I mean? Word. What else? If I got anything else on here? We saw that one. I mean, I could go on and read this article, man. Two people charged with murder and daycare death of 1-year-old. The owner of the daycare center and her tenant were charged in the death of Nicholas Dominici, who the authorities said had been exposed to fentanyl. A daycare center. Hold on, let me get some music on, man. What's going on? Where my music at? Where my music? Don't drown me out, man. Look, yeah, there we go. That's it right there, bro. A daycare center operator and her tenant were charged with murder in the death of a 1-year-old boy who had just started at the goddamn center and was exposed to fentanyl, guys. These niggas, man. The police and his family said Grei Mendez. It's a Mendez, yo. Not a Williams, not a Scott. This is a motherfucking Mendez. 36-year-old Mendez. Not about color. Who ran Divino Niño Brown? That would be, but nah, she ran Divino Niño from an apartment in the Bronx. And the Carlisto Acevedo Brito, a 41-year-old man who lived in the apartment, were both arrested Saturday evening on account of murder showing depraved indifference in the death of the toddler, Nicholas Feliz Dominici. Ms. Mendez was arraigned Sunday night in Bronx criminal court on charges. Bronx criminal court. Then that whole putting the picture up fucked me up. Grei Mendez, 36, who ran Divino Niño from an apartment in the Bronx, and Carlisto Acevedo Brito, a 41-year-old man who lived. I like that shit. Brito. I said that. That's the only shit that said right. I sound Spanish when I Brito. A 41-year-old man who lived in the apartment were both arrested Saturday evening on a count of murder showing depraved indifference in the death of the toddler Nicholas Feliz Dominici. Ms. Mendez was arraigned Sunday night in Bronx criminal court on charges that also include 4 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, criminal possession of drugs, and 12 counts of assault. She was ordered and held without bail because she will run. She will run, bro. Because the husband, they're not going to catch him. They're not going to get him. The third suspect is gone. She had been renting a room to Mr. Acevedo Brito, who is her husband's cousin, for $200 a week, her lawyer said. Mr. Acevedo Brito had not been arraigned as of Sunday night. Music. Music, please. Carl Miller, a Bronx County Assistant District Attorney, said a kilo of fentanyl was found in a hallway closet outside Mr. Brito's room. See, I told y'all how it goes down, bro. Brito get the order from the husband and Mamacita, or she just played dumb. But and just collect. Mamacita, she collects. She got a handout, and she get her money, and she get her 200, and that's it. And she played dumb, but you can't play dumb now. Ms. Mendez, he said, had participated in a reckless, depraved act. Ms. Mendez's lawyer, Andres Arenda, said there was no indication that she knew anything about the drugs. Lie. Her only crime is renting a room, he said during the arraignment. That's your family. So that if that's your real cousin, they ain't worrying about that. Don't even try that. That's that look over there. He trying to get them to look over there, y'all. He trying to get them to look over there. Nicholas had appeared to be adjusting well at the center, a small, cheerful place that was affordable. And that'd be the thing. Y'all be going for them cheap deals, and affordable will be getting y'all killed out there, bro. And had a good reputation. That had no good reputation, only because you were Spanish. You know what I mean? So that's Spanish on Spanish crime right there, because you gave your guys the benefit of the doubt, because it's not about color. But then if it wasn't about color, you would have took your kid to a black ran daycare center, and you know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Your kid would have been alive. But you know what I mean? Y'all work together so that, yeah. You know what I mean? Live together, die together. Had a good reputation, said his mother. How? Zoli Dominici, her son's first day, who toured the house. She must have toured it on her first day. And so, because y'all was since y'all was speaking Spanish to one another and sharing a couple of the old secrets, the Spanish traditions, you thought that was a safe place. You know, she cleaned up before you came. I didn't see anything that looked out of the ordinary, she said in an interview on Sunday. Just little beds and toys. She said Miss Mendez appeared to be a responsible woman who played soothing music to get the children to nap. God gave me him, and now he's gone, said Miss Dominici, a 34-year-old caregiver for old people who has 4 old children. I have to thank God for the time we had with him. On Friday, emergency medical worker arrived at six-story brick building in the North Bronx around 2:45 p.m. A neighbor said one of the women who worked at the center ran out, screaming that she could not wake the child from their naps. The emergency worker found Nicholas, who would have turned 2 in November, unconscious. They also found a 2-year-old boy and an 8-month-old girl, both unconscious and unresponsive. The police said all 3 children show symptoms of opioid exposure, the police said. They gave the young children the overdose reversal medication, the Narcan, and took them away. Another 2-year-old boy who had left the ground floor daycare center shortly after noon was taken to the hospital after his mother noticed that he seemed lethargic. Nicholas was later pronounced dead in Mount Sephira Medical Center. By early Saturday, the other 3 children were in critical or stable condition. After an autopsy on Saturday, the New York City Medical Examiner Office said that further examination was needed to determine Nicholas' cause of death. Joseph E. Kinney, the police department chief of detectives, said at the news briefing on Friday that police suspicious about opioid exposure was prompted by the child's symptoms and by the discovery of a so-called kilo press commonly used by drug dealers when packaging large quantities of drugs during a search. 1 kilo press was found in Mr. Acevedo Brito's room, according to a detective reported filed in court. 2 additional kilo presses were found in the closet where the fentanyl was found, and reports said. The detective wrote that firefighters who responded to the scene found no trace of carbon monoxide or other environmental toxins, strengthening the conclusion that the child had been sickened by fentanyl. Traces of fentanyl were also found in a urine sample taken from the 8-month-old girl, and reports said Mr. Arenda said Mrs. Mendez had no idea how the children could have been exposed to fentanyl. She has a young toddler who was at the daycare center the day before and immediately called 911. So your toddler wasn't there the day that the fentanyl was getting used, the day that the kids was smoking fentanyl. Magically, your child, she ain't get a hit of the fentanyl. Shit crazy, bro. Before, and immediately called 911 when she noticed something was wrong with the children, he said. Why would someone who know they had fentanyl in their apartment call the police? Mr. Arenda said in an interview after. Bro, that shit crazy. Fentanyl, a highly potent drug used to treat moderate to severe pain, can be fatal in small doses if swallowed or injected, said Dr. Paul Christo, an associate professor and pain specialist at the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. 2 milligrams, the equivalent of 10 grains of salt, are enough to kill an adult who ingests that amount. But simply inhaling or touching fentanyl is highly unlikely to be fatal either to an adult or a small child, Dr. Christo said. Mrs. Dominici learned what happened to her son when she arrived at the daycare at 3 p.m. on Friday to pick him up. She said on Sunday, she saw the police surrounding the building and Miss Mendez inside crying, she said. Then she got a call from a coordinator of the program telling her Nichols was in the hospital. Nicholas was very intelligent, his mom said Sunday. When he saw I was sad, he said, "Mommy, what's wrong?" He would look at you with these eyes like he understood he was very special. Miss Dominici said her son had been a healthy child who never ever had the flu. His 7-year-old sister and 3 older brothers, 13-year-old twin and 8-year-old, doted on him. He was the little prince of the house, she said. They took such good care of him. Miss Dominici said that her daughter, the 8-year-old son and 8-year-old son, were with her when she arrived at the hospital, and that they saw doctors surrounding her son, trying to save him. Damn, trauma. They wept as it became clear that Nicholas would not survive. Mr. Dominici said she had to call her husband, a groundskeeper at a golf course, to tell him what happened. The family is struggling with what's next to come. She said Mr. Dominici described looking at Nicholas's crib, new clothes he had not worn, and toys she had been waiting to give him. She said she wondered what she would do with them now. He shouldn't have died like that, she said. And damn, guys, that's gonna be that article right there, man. That's the New York Times, guys. For those of y'all that want to fact check that, that's the New York Times today. Man, yo. So I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer, man. Y'all see this bullshit, man. Y'all see this bullshit, man. It can happen. It happened. It goes down. You know what I mean? It goes down, guys. So y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life. I'll see y'all a little bit later tonight, y'all. All right, gang, we out of here.
Big shout out. Y'all get over there and subscribe to my man, Mr.Goodbread. And the reason why I want y'all to subscribe to this man, because he shows resilience. That man wake up every day and post about 2 videos a day, and he may just get 6 views or 50 views or 40 views. But guess what? You can see his work ethic. You can see him not stopping. You can see him getting knocked down and getting back up. I'm watching you, Mr.Goodbread. You remind me of myself. Just stay resilient, bro. Stay resilient.
From Harlem, New York. Put your cigarettes out and pull your panties out. Put your hands together. Mr. Good.